Let's hear from the other side of the aisle right now, the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, McCaul. Mr. Chairman, you heard that. Your reaction?
Well, I think, I watched the testimony of Mike Pompeo. I think Trump has picked a very strong national security team, in my judgment. General Mattis is one of the most respected generals we have in the military. I think General Kelly, the pick for Homeland Security, I've known for years. He's briefed me on the threats in the Western Hemisphere when he was head of Southcom and the threats that can come across the Mexican border. And I think he's going to be a very strong leader that I can work with here in the Congress. And again, Mike Pompeo and I have traveled overseas to the Middle East and Northern Africa, and I can't think of a better qualified guy in the intelligence community that can serve in the CIA to take the politics out of that agency and restore confidence so that the president, the new president, President Trump, has confidence in the CIA.
Mr. Chairman, take a listen to Senator McCain questioning Congressman Pompeo today.
There's a long list of offenses in cyber that Vladimir Putin and the Russians have basically compromised our national security. What do you think it takes to deter him?
I can tell you it is going to require an incredibly robust American response, a response that is a security-related response, that is we have to get better at defending against these.
So is there distance between what some of these nominees are saying in testimony and what the president-elect has been saying?
Well, I had the opportunity to debate President Trump. We talked about the threat from Russia. I think he understands that. He understands that Mr. Putin is not our friend. I agree with Mike Pompeo that we need to have a consequence to these actions. I got briefed on this cyber threat from Russia months ago in a classified setting and then later in non-classified. And I warned the administration that they should call Russia out for what they were doing and that there need to be consequences to their bad behavior. I think that was not heeded, that advice, and I would give that same advice to this administration coming in, that there need to be consequences to what Russia is doing, both in the cyber world to our elections, which could impact our next election cycle, but also espionage, cyber warfare, and the theft of intellectual property, which we see every day. I know Senator McCain has introduced a bill to introduce sanctions against Russia. I'm looking at introducing a companion bill here in the House.
I'll ask the same question I asked to Congressman Schiff. Knowing what you know, sitting in the chair that you sit in, what is your biggest concern on the national security or homeland security front?
I think, again, the radical Islamist terror threat is still very real. It's global in its reach because of the Internet. The ability of them to get into the homeland still remains a big concern of mine. Securing the border to keep them out of the United States, but a weapon of mass destruction coming into the United States would be of tremendous concern. But also, Brett, I think the cyber is a big concern because of the things you can do with it as a weapon. In the cyber world, offensively, things can be shut down like power grids, like oil and gas systems, energy, water.
Has that happened?
And our elections, obviously, were impacted as well. That can happen.
Has that happened?
It has. Well, Russia basically shut down Estonia. They have the capability to do this. They haven't done it.
I mean, in the U.S.
I believe that they have the capability to do it. And the question is, how good are our defenses? I had a very good discussion with General Kelly about this very issue as to how can we best defend the United States from a cyber attack from Russia, China, and espionage, or Iran in a very destructive denial of service cyber warfare attack. And it is a very real threat that can happen, and we need to be better prepared.
Chairman Mike McCaul in Washington. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Brett.